All right, we live.
Good. Shalom, Akim. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
double honor to our apostles and those great millstones still well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, as you brothers know, man, and you already know these brothers, man. Brothers in the GMS Church in Atlanta. All right, you know what I'm saying, brothers hosted, man, and basically, hey, they welcome me with open arms, man. So for you damn niggas out there that say that men in Great Millstone not brotherly, man, these brothers are super brotherly, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing you don't know brothers. You just suspect things, man. You don't know a damn thing, all right? But basically, man, we back at you once again, you know what I'm saying? We'll sit down through the spirit. And basically, bro, my brothers, Salaki, we in some hard times, man. But we ain't seen nothing. All right, it's about to get surreal, man. Okay, when the Lord really show you who we dealing with, all right, and the who is so-called white man, all right, Esau Edom. When he show you who this person really is, all right, and before we fired up, we was talking about how Esau, he's coming in the spirit of Canaan. Okay, these devils, they really about to show themselves in these last days, man.
That's right.
And the Lord, He put them on this world stage with the technology, and pretty much gave Esau Edom, gave the Edomites, pretty much this same esoteric knowledge stemming back to Babylon. So they have surpassed all the heathen before them. This is how we know that America is indeed Babylon the Great, man. Right. They're about to pull everything out. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a time of mass deception. When I got to the elder Bayaf, we speak about how, basically it's been, this year has been climactic. Since the beginning of 2020, as far as it's been a year of prophecy, man, this year came in with a boom, man. Everything that has happened. All right? You know what I'm saying? So, the point we at now, basically for you Jakes, man, that are, weaning in the faith, not thinking that things are going down, man, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But basically, sticking to the point, brothers, we ain't been through nothing yet, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, now is the time to really be in the spirit, because you don't know where you're going to be when this deal goes down. You don't know who you're going to be around, and you don't know if, pretty much what you're going to be seeking for is going to be there in the flesh. You need your ammo in the spirit to sustain you, man. All right? Because, like brothers be saying, through the spirit, any last move can be any move can be your last, but during this time, it's very serious, man.
Yes.
And these people, they want to take us out. Because see, Esau about to come for the prophets. This is the issue.
Yeah.
When you look at all these different people that's so-called proclaiming the truth now, whether it be Fantasia or Ice Cube or Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, and these just a few names, but you got Tiffany Haddish and Common approaching a group of Israelites. So you should know what time we're living in. Esau coming for blood. You know what I'm saying? Like we were speaking about earlier, they're coming for the birthright.
Yeah.
Which really was never theirs in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers should know this is serious, man.
That's right. And Esau, if I may add to what the elder's saying, and then we'll get a couple of precepts. See what Esau is doing. See that the average Edomite is not privy to what a birthright is. Right. They have no consciousness of what the birthright is. Okay? So what the elites, the international banking families are doing is they're controlling the masses of the people through deception so that they can corral everybody to get them microchip.
Yep.
Because they want to save that birthright, but the only way that they can salvage that so-called that birthright that so-called belongs to them is by getting the planet Earth microchip. But they're not worried about getting 2/3 microchip. They want to get the elect microchip. but they're using it as a disguise as Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Okay, to deceive the elect. All right, they're using this as a ploy to really push the hidden agenda, which is to microchip the planet Earth. So we haven't gotten to the point to where you don't have electricity, you don't have phone access or communication, you don't know the whereabouts of your mother and your father. You don't know if this brother is alive or dead. Okay, you don't have running water at the house no more.
Right.
Okay, you can't just conveniently walk up to the grocery store. We haven't gotten to that point yet. So this is the time frame now to where the scriptures say what? Hey, when you see these things coming, okay, you're supposed to what? You know, forsake not the assembling as you see the day approaching. That's why we gather together and do the work, man. So, you know, without further ado, you know, if any brothers got some precepts or whatnot, hey, Colin, you got this one.
Yeah. So, yeah, real quick, it's Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
The word redeem means to buy back. So buying back time is basically you taking this opportunity to do what you gotta do. Anything you haven't done, the time is now, man. Which we all feel bad in spirit because we know we can do more. But if you feeling like that, if you cut in the spirit, man, you watching this, do it now.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do now because hell, if it's tomorrow or the day after that, all hell break loose, you're gonna be looking back hindsight, man, damn, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did these lessons, been around the brothers, supported more, did what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying, gave offerings. It's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? You like say something, brother? You got it.
I do got a precept. Yeah, and this is just to add more to the spirit of basically what the spirit has been saying is, take the opportunity because as things are arising, we're going to have to put ourselves in the position of protecting ourselves, our families, and each other. But things are heating up. So this is Matthew 24:6, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and that was the first thing we heard coming into 2020. The year of prophecy. The tip between the U.S. and Iran.
Yeah, you got the second in command. Soleimani getting assassinated. So like you said, the year 2020 started off with a bang automatically, man. Then I mean, it's been so much.
Kobe got waxed.
And the balance to it, because brothers get into all this information and it's a lot going on. But the balance to it, it either can be staged and the person may not be dead, or they're sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say personally, just laying back off the elder Yashawamba, I believe for the most part, these cats are sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau is coming in that energy of Canaan.
Right.
Now, not to say that some of these people are not dead, they sold out, they just did what they need to do, and they're going to be settled for life. He's got to hide out on the island somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't take away from that. That can be true. But Esau, he's following the energy of Canaan. They offering up spirits, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, because the scriptures say the life is in the blood. They taking people out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the other side to it. And a lot of brothers get into this information, man, and basically when you're dealing with the left hand, it's a lot of deception. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. But the point is, for the most part, Esau is doing that shit.
I got something for you.
You got it, bro.
This is Leviticus 17 and 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. You see that?
Yeah.
So if Esau understands, they read the scriptures, man, and they understand that life is in the blood, and they understand sacrifice. But every time Esau sacrifices, they coming in the lot of Cain, right? Cain, what was Cain known for? Offering up a bad sacrifice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what is Esau doing? They doing these sacrifices, but they're not worthy sacrifices.
Right.
You gonna sacrifice Kobe Bryant? The Lord ain't dealing with Kobe.
Yeah.
That's unworthy. Man. That's not gonna
That's an
make
Israelite.
the Lord look at you and be like, oh man, you offered up Kobe.
Israelite.
Wow, let's honor his agenda.
Right.
You see? Because Esau understands that aspect of the scripture, that the life is in the blood. Okay? That's why they did 9/11.
That's why they drink blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, 9/11 changed the world, man. Because they sent up a left-hand sacrifice. That's why the smoke went up. You could see the smoke. You could see the smoke from the satellites. You see what I'm saying? So Esau understands sacrifice, man. Okay? But guess what they always do? If they follow the spirit of Cain, they always send up a bad sacrifice. They can never send up a sacrifice that's pleasing. Okay? And I'll tell you what, they thought that they sacrificed, Esau thought he sacrificed Yahweh Shai. No, nigga, it was written. That was a sacrifice of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? That was a sacrifice of the Lord for the remission of sins. That wasn't just any other sacrifice. So the Romans, you don't take credit for that sacrifice. That was a sacrifice for Yahweh on our behalf. Okay? So now that we understand these things, we see the manipulation that's being involved with this whole 2020, man. Hey, when you watch the movie The Crazies, right? It was a disease. It was a disease that hit. And what did Esau do? They dropped a missile. They dropped a missile on the people that was infected. That represents a sacrifice. So don't be surprised when Esau started burning a lot of you COVID-19 victims around the second wave.
And you know what? Through the spirit, man, I want to say another video the Zakon Yashombe did, he spoke on that. Because, you know, really, over there in China, the Yuan area, there was it was basically an experiment. It was testing grounds. A lot of things that Esau want to do for his new world order overseas is really a blueprint.
Yeah.
Really, you know, they're testing that over there before they really introduce to the whole world, and especially America. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening, man. So, and you know what? And China has been praised for their draconian way with handling, and that's been a major word they've been using.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, a draconian way of handling that situation. That's why America took the same initiative.
Yeah.
Shutting everything down automatically, you know? So this kills all you people that's talking about, oh, this is conspiracy. It's a conspiracy fact, not a conspiracy theory, man. Okay? This thing is real.
Yeah. Because
All right.
One of the ways that China, one of the ways, if you look, that they're praising China about how they responded to COVID-19 is through their methods of contact tracing. All right, they have different apps in place. They have different ways to be able to. Matter of fact, certain countries in the Eastern world, they actually have restrictions where you can travel to.
Yeah.
Based off of if you've been positive. So you can't even travel everywhere because you've tested positive.
Yep.
But China is ahead of the curve, with technology and all these different means of the mark of the beast, the beast system. Hey, China's they're at the forefront of the beast system.
Apostle Tar did a video on that years ago,
Yep.
saying that the microchip, the mark of the beast is going to roll out in China first.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures speak about Moab being a partaker in the hope of Babylon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, and even now, what's going on is the restrictions now with the travel. They're saying that Europe, which is a part of the beast, they want to open up, but they want to restrict it to America. But they want to open it up to foreign travelers. And basically because Europe is also one of the main regions that's at the forefront for the mark of the beast system.
Yeah.
man.
Sweden, France, and these certain systems. You gotta remember, a lot of the whole trade war situation, Europe has been doing back and forth trade with Russia and China and India and other countries. But America and Trump, that America first thing, that has kept America back because of course Babylon the Great is, more so last when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't want to finish this precept and the brothers to the spirit, of course, can continue. But I want to finish this out. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. So this is the balance too, that for us that are in the faith, although we've seen these events happen, we're not to be troubled. Okay? Because Yahweh Shah told us these things way before they were even put into place. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Which goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. Everything is not going down just yet.
Yeah, that's
but we're definitely moving towards that point.
The proof is, we wouldn't be able to do the sit down right now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't go to Kroger, and then on the side when you pump your gas, they got on the trash can 3 cents off. You know, visuals wouldn't be so good, cheap. You know, you wouldn't be able to do certain things that you're doing right now. But like El Apostle Tahar had said years ago, man, you're gonna know when you're in Jacob's trouble. And as a late man, these last couple months,
Man.
brothers have been going through it, and brothers have had visions.
Yep.
Brothers ribs, you know, brothers wives have had visions. This thing is about to be real, man.
That's right.
Okay, it's about to be. Hey, except those days be shortened, man.
And if I may add to what the elder's saying before I get this scripture, the scripture said that we shall have tribulation 10 days. Nobody's going to be able to escape the tribulation. Going all the way back to the premise of the lesson, we haven't gotten to the hard part yet.
That's right.
Right.
Okay? Everybody needs to be in the mindset of endurance. Okay? The mindset of longevity. I did a lesson the other day. You need to be in the mindset of having a marathon mentality. Okay? Yes, we see COVID-19. Yes, we see World War III brewing. Yes, we see the signs in the heaven from a solar eclipse, ring of fire, to a lunar eclipse. July 4th will be a blood moon. Okay? We're seeing, you know, the job market is being overwhelmed. All right? But yet and still, when Yahweh Shah said, we're seeing the uproars of the people. But Yahweh Shah, he clearly gave us a timestamp and said, when you see these things, these are just the beginning of sorrows. So we have to understand then now, oh snap, we see these things. Wow. So now that we see these things, what did Yahweh Shah tell us? It's just the beginning, brothers. We haven't gotten to the part to where your livelihood is directly affected. We haven't gotten to the part to where you can't just go purchase conveniently a pack of chicken for your family. We haven't gotten to the part to where you don't have 3 videos. You can't do 3 videos a week. We haven't gotten to the part where you can't call another brother from another camp for counsel and advice. We haven't gotten to the part to where, you know what I'm saying, Esau coming in like a flood, man. So now that we see these things, we have to then do what? Observe the time. Measure the time diligently in itself. So then it deals with what? Spiritual preparation. Okay? Now that we see these things, Yahweh Shah told us, when you see this in the earth, pestilence, famine, uproars of the people, earthquakes, this is just the beginning, Aki.
Beginning of sorrow.
This is all he's telling us. It hasn't opened up yet. Going back to the point of the lesson, this is just the beginning. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, so right.
I was gonna say, real quick, if we get your precept, that's why it's really what's going into the time that's coming. That's really Yahabashim Shah testing that rooting system. Because right now we said, brother, saying we prepping. That's why the spirit young brothers, hey, gonna be praying and then be fasting, doing videos, and then beefing out brothers, hash it out.
Yep.
Make sure going to that, your bishop always say that, going to that day with a running start, man. The Lord is about to test our rooting system. What have we been doing to prepare ourselves, to root ourselves in this truth? You know, Scripture say if you what's that? I think it's Psalms the 1st chapter. Say he that abideth in the law, he should be planted by a tree.
Yeah, that's it.
Planted like a tree, yeah.
Oh.
That's
Plant
it.
yourself in His Word, man. The Lord about to test brothers, man. See if you really rooted in His faith.
Yes.
That's why, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord really gonna see if you about what you talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, he gonna check that mouth work.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I know the
Yeah.
officer wanted to bring something out.
I had something, but I do want to land back, because he said it, the elder said it perfectly. But you were speaking about what Yahweh Shai said in the beginning of sorrows. He also did say, be ye not troubled. So when you see these things, when you go into that word trouble, it's like therio, I think, in the Greek, it means don't have a trouble, a a troubled mind.
Yep.
You see,
He
when
told
you-
them also to settle it, therefore, in your mind.
And you did a very good lesson on that. So when you settle these things, that means you pretty much anticipated, embraced yourself for these things as well. You accepted it.
Yeah, you gotta accept. You gotta accept that we are getting ready to run into an uncomfortable patch of the truth. You have to accept everything that's getting ready to come with it, because that's why Yahweh Shai warned them and said, "Listen, settle it in your minds."
Yes.
Okay, when something is settled, like the elder just beautifully broke down, that means it's rooted. A plant with a perfect rooting system is settled. You couldn't pull that thing up with two hands because it's up in that thing.
A tree.
Foundation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the spirit, because I saw just a picture of a tree that had fell over, but it was still growing, because the roots were still dug deep into the earth, and it was still settled. Even though it tipped over, the tree was growing upwards, laying down sideways. And even for us, when things hit, that wind is gonna come.
Yeah.
Boisterous wind, like the scriptures speak about in the Gospels,
Yeah, which that was Satan.
that Satan, it's gonna come.
I got something for you.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
it do.
Jeremiah 17 and 10. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord, of whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaves shall be green.
And that heat coming,
Yeah.
that heat in the form of Esau, man. Cause see, right now, like during the time of Adam, they're speaking about the cooler of the day. You know, scripture say how the voice of the Most High was speaking to Adam in the cooler of the day was basically before the judgment, man. You know, and more than likely there was a prophet. There was a prophet that taught to Adam and Eve, because the prophet's always been around, and I've been meditating on that as of late to prove that that's who was talking to Adam and Eve. I always bump into brothers everywhere, man, and I actually feel like, man, it's a presence, like, man, in it's synchronicity. Like I be bumping into this brother at this precise time. It ain't coincidence. I'm just thinking I'm just getting gas, so I'm just stopping at the damn grocery store, but I've been bumping into this brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Spirit does that. It's just to show, like, the Lord is always there, man. You know? He is. Yep, he exists. You know what I'm saying? But people say how the prophets have been before the world began. You know, but, you know, sticking to the point, all hell is about to break loose, man. All right? You know, so brothers need to be fully grounded. You know, it's like something the elder apostle Bakar said a while ago, man. It may have been years ago. He said the best way to be in this truth is to stay buried in scriptures. You know, you got to be fully immersed, which that goes to really being born again.
And baptized.
You're baptized, because the word baptized, when you look it up, it means to dip or to immerse.
Yep.
That's the best way to be in this truth, because the way this, man, the visions brothers have had and brothers' wives and just different people, man.
Yeah.
There's about to be a time that's never been seen before.
Unprecedented.
This one particular vision I had, we was outside and I was walking with the brother Ayasha Maf, brother, in the camp in Mississippi. We was walking outside and the whole environment changed. You know, as we were walking, everything was looking normal, but it all got dark quick. You know what I'm saying? Just the way stores was looking, everything started decaying. Everything was looking weird, and people started bugging out, and people just started running fast and going crazy, and it was just different wars going on, man. Different skirmishes, different riots. And, Esau out for people, Esau out for us. We had to put a few Edomites out. Had to take care of them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We in some crazy times, because although brothers are defended and brothers gonna be protected, which I wholeheartedly believe that, but that's not to say you're not gonna be tested.
Oh yeah.
That's the other side to it.
Yeah, because if I may add to what the elder said, to whom much is given, much is required. So the Lord is going to put the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the test. That's what's going to make it the stability of our times when we test it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we apply it in those situations, because man, we're gonna be in some serious situations.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to go face to face with the spirit of death. You know, we're not just gonna be, you know, crip walking and eating chicken and just waiting on the missiles to come. Okay, we're gonna be put in situations where the Lord is gonna try that faith, man, and that's why we have to understand that. Hey, if we slipping up and tripping up, now we haven't gotten to the hard part, Aggie. Come on, man. Okay, gird up your loins, man, like a man. Okay, when you gird up your loins, that's symbolic of preparing yourself for warfare. Okay, and no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this world, man. So when we understand that scripture, we understand that we walking to the battlefield, right? You know, you got it, bro. Yeah, let's get some precepts on that. Oh, matter of fact, let me finish this one and then you got it. You got something too, Kabash? All right, come. This is Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 8 once more. It says, "For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit."
Yeah, because the scriptures say how the gates of hell should not prevail against this truth, man. Nothing is going to stop this thing, man. Nothing. And we're about to witness mass deception. Brothers have brought out through the spirit how dealing with the media, that's an actual demon.
Media is a demon.
It's a demon, man.
Medea.
Medea going into illusion. You know, and even in the show American Gods, they shows you the media god, or you know, goddess, whatever you want to call it, but it's a demon. You know what I'm saying? They came in the form of Lucy. You know, you have to show I Love Lucy. You know, but you know, pretty much, I mean, they gave you the rundown. They showed you this thing is real. Okay, but see, Esau, he controls the media. He controls that demon, so he's gonna pull out all the works, man. That's why scriptures say, if it were possible, he should deceive the very elect. Brothers about to go through it, man. So, I mean, don't be surprised if you got certain people, you know, looking at you differently, and all of a sudden just acting funny, you know, acting weird with you, because see, they already know what you do, and they're gonna be looking at you like, man, if I can turn them in, I can get a reward, you know.
Demon on it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that media demon, or just you know, a demon in general, because either they angry with you or they know they gonna get some money by turning you in, they gonna do it, man. But the balance to it, go ahead, brother. You got it.
I had a precept that's going
Oh, yeah,
back
you
on
got
what you just said. This Luke 21, and I'll just get straight to the point. 21 and 16, it says, "And you shall be betrayed both by parents, and brethren, and kinfolk." and
Yeah,
kinsfolk."
hey, cause you know your mama, oh, that's my baby. I love my baby. Oh, your mama don't give a damn about you, right? Cause in her eyes, it is crazy. Cause you a grown ass man, but here it is. She's still looking at you like, you know, you're her infant child. You know, showing you, hey, this thing that we're part of is not of the flesh, man. They gonna get emotional. They gonna see it. Well, Esau can possibly kill you, but your woman, excuse me, your mother, and even your woman too. They were cultivating this system, so they go by Edomite supremacy, man. They think that, well, you know, well, if he get turned in, he'll be safe. It's better than that happen to him, or he get killed, or he get tortured, you know. So they don't think that they're protecting you.
Yeah.
But really, they hand you over to the enemy.
Well, because Esau gonna come to them and they gonna say, hey, we're not gonna harm him. We just wanna know where he's at. You know, just give us his whereabouts. You know, we won't harm him.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's a certain.
And that's why a scripture with a prophecy like Isaiah 59 is so important. Isaiah 59 and 19,
Yeah.
because you know, going into the word standard, which means to escape in the Hebrew, we're going to have to escape, because there's going to be things done that, like the elder brother is saying, things done on our behalf. Oh, well, he's going to be safe. We just want to talk to him. Meanwhile, we got to disappear. Yeah, Shai did that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and that's really to really, you know, preserve the apple of the Lord's eye,
Yeah.
because Esau is deceiving them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, man.
But we don't have a way to escape.
They want us dead, brothers. You know what I'm saying? For the brothers in this room, for you brothers that may be watching, hey man, take heed, man. All right, because this thing is real. You know what I'm saying? It's been threats throughout the years, and I've seen the comments, and I'm talking about these ain't no Joe Six-Pack crackers. These motherfuckers that are plugged in. You know what I'm saying? And because Esau got that power, they can do what they want to do. Because that's how we gonna be in our kingdom. And we want to just show up, we can do that. Just pull up a hologram by ourselves, talk to you, kill the slaves, and curse you out, and just appear and put them all to death if we want to. But these people that just pop on YouTube, you may think it's just somebody that's trolling, but some of these people are actual agents, man.
Yeah.
They sent to monitor you, monitor your behavior, monitor your activity, and ultimately want to take you out. I'm talking about, I've seen comments, Josie, Wisely, some shit like that, man. But ye sons of Jacob, the time's coming, we're gonna get you. You know? I'm like, man, say what, brother?
Revelation 12 and 10.
And that spirit they coming in. We're showing you, and it's beautiful you quote that scripture because, see, prophecy is at the forefront, brothers. That's why they're doing that.
Right.
So really, this is good. You know what I'm saying? We want them to do that because they're just showing everything the word preaching. It's all validated by the scriptures, man.
True.
You know?
I got this.
You got something, Mom?
Yeah, I got something quick. Matthew 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, so like the brother was going into, you're going to have those men that are going to be persecuted and tried, you know, for righteousness. And like brother's been going into, the Lord is just testing the roots. He's just testing how down are you, how down you are, you know? How much are you willing to back up what you're saying? You know, so it's all a testing mechanism because the scriptures say a man shall be tried as gold 7 times in the fire. Okay, so a man is gonna be tried over and over again because the Lord uses fire as a testing mechanism to know whether you real or not. Okay, like that saying, real recognize real. So Yahweh Bashim Shai being real, he's gonna recognize he has to recognize who is real and who is fraudulent. Just like the sifting, you know, the sifting of the seeds, man. You know.
When you read Acts the 5th chapter about how Ananias and when they tried Peter and I think it was John, Paul, Paul, you know, and they still preached the name even after the Sadducees and the Pharisees, told them not to, and they still, you know, preach Yahweh Shai.
Yeah,
So it's the same with us, man. Like
Great point.
The scriptures say in the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, the 6th chapter, to be free, don't be hasty to credit. Well, Yahweh Shai, when you read the Gospels, he credited the disciples as friends. Right? Now, when you read going into the book of Acts, like the brother said, you saw what those disciples who turned into apostles went through. All right, they actually laid their life down for one another and for Yahweh Shai. They actually stuck the whole course. All right, that's what the just land backing off what the captain was saying. Who's fraudulent and who's really with it? I'm gonna be 100 just as a testimony. Every brother ain't like this, but just me. I'm coming out there. I really say I love you. I'll be like, well, then stick around.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what the Lord is saying to us.
Well,
I love you, but then stick around. Let's see it. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to be too hasty to credit us until we're proved.
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point because, hey, the scriptures say, "Give diligence to make your call and election sure." So that diligence is persistence. Which is sticking around. I keep going. Verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Now I'm gonna say this, man. Through the Spirit, Yahweh Shai, we're not saying that every single member of the elect is a part of Great Millstone, but a great portion of them are, and that's according to what's happened.
Right.
Pursuant to the scriptures, because who's being persecuted? Who's being falsely accused?
Yep.
You know, having all this manner of evil said against them falsely, man. Really for Yahweh's sake, being fools for Yahweh's sake. Who is that being fulfilled through? Because everybody is living prophecy in some form of fashion, man. It's mostly happening to the men of Great Millstone. We talk about what people call the rape doctrine.
Right.
Man,
Right.
it ain't no rape doctrine. It's just in the scriptures, man. It was a protocol on how you handle it.
It's in the Bible.
Okay, it's in the scriptures. But Jay been westernized and they got emotional. Okay? Not to mention everything else we going into because through the spirit, like, you know, the apostles, they had that series, man, the nastiness of the scriptures. We can show you many things in our history within the scriptures.
Yeah.
Different things that happen that if people were to see it today,
It's taboo.
that's the perfect word. The perfect word, man. It would be taboo.
Yep.
Okay, whether it would be Abraham offering up Isaac, you know, the chosen son. I wouldn't say his only begotten, all right, because he had other sons, okay. But that situation, the situation dealing with the Levite, how he cut up his concubine because she got gang raped to death. Okay, just different situations, scattered on the body, you know, 12 pieces to the 12 tribes.
Yep.
All right, and it's crazy because all these different stories within our history have spiritual meanings to them, man. You know, but Jay get crazy because you carnal, man. That's it. That's why you mad. You got Jake bugging out saying, well, I don't believe in Yahweh Shai. I don't worship Yahweh Shai. Well, because you're not a part of him, man.
That's right.
That's just all it is, man. But, you know, sticking to, you know, the main topic, the point is, brothers, we're being, you know, falsely accused and persecuted, and this is happening now on a small level. Imagine when your face is on the news, man.
Yeah.
Imagine not only that, because, you know, that's the tip of the iceberg. People all within your city or all within your neighborhood, man, hey, he's one of them Israelites. He's one of them. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him on the video. Yeah, that's him over there. All right? What you going to do then? Or not to mention if, Lord forbid, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want it, but if the spirit of Satan enters into your woman or into any of your relatives or close family members, what you going to do? You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, the end game, or as the brother Yabraham and Baton Rouge has said, the centerpiece of prophecy, which we all been saying through the spirit, man. Which you already know what it is, as the elder said earlier. The ultimate hour of temptation dealing with the mark of the beast. Okay?
That's it.
I mean, the end game.
That's what it boiled down to, man.
Yeah.
That's when it's gonna get thick.
All right.
You know, when that chip is out here mandatory, and you don't have no other option, you know, but to take it. And guess what? Hey, how about Shema Shai? He gonna have a period in there where things ain't gonna work how you anticipated it, man. You know, just to try you out. That's why the scripture say, what, the just shall live by faith.
That's right.
It's gonna boil down to this thing, man. And that's why we doing this spirit, this lesson through the spirit, to forewarn brothers that, hey, I can listen, we haven't gotten to the hard part yet. Don't get tripped up over getting corrected, man. Don't get tripped up over getting got on. Don't get tripped up over certain things, man, thinking that you have a preconceived notion that you are already a member of the elect. Okay? This thing is about enduring unto the end. Okay? The Lord has given us the tools to be successful, but you have to utilize those tools, man. Okay? Some tools are harder to work with than others, man. I'll be honest with you. You know, you got certain tools, man, you know, it's like, yo, man, why did they even make this tool? You get on your nerve, like, yo, man. But guess what? When you figure out how to use that particular tool, you're like, you know what? I see exactly why this tool was made, because it's only for this particular job. And the Lord has provided us with a necessity of different tool sets.
I'm gonna let them back. One of those tools is fasting.
Yep.
And fasting is necessary, but it hurts.
Yep.
Because you're going without that period of food, which food is fuel for the body. You going without food and water is what people in the East call a dry fast.
Drop,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But see, to us, it's regular because it's part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? But basically, to be honest, during the hour of temptation, that hour you're being tried, which is not an actual hour, but that period of time you're being tried, you know, basically you're fasting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and we're going to know everything and logistics when it plays out. But basically, man, hey, it's going to be a lot of people that's not going to be with us.
Yeah.
Because see, hey, man, we in America, man. All right? This is the worst of the worst. And Lord, He brought us into this truth. He's showing us the society that He planted us in, man. We're basically, it's like we're from another dimension.
Yeah.
And He dropped us off. We're from another world.
Yeah.
Like basically, like we're from the ancient world.
We are.
And yeah, this right, man.
Modern day.
And he dropped us off in this modern time where it's this new age, man, and everything's different.
And this is some bullshit.
That's it.
That's why Yahushua told us to love not the world, and things that are in the world, already preparing our minds to basically be detached
Yeah.
and be numb. So when the persecution come and the backstabbing come, you be like, whoa, Shai, you know, I don't get how you view me.
Yeah.
I'm serving for Yahushua, man. I'm already detached. I don't feel no type of way about my image or how you look at me.
Yeah.
I'm serving the Lord.
We already dead to this place anyway.
Exactly.
So it don't even matter. Like we ain't trying to uphold, you know, a viewpoint from a nigga that I went to school with for 4 years.
Right, right.
Who knows you?
Right.
Nobody knows you.
And we're dead in Yahushua.
Exactly.
I got something real quick. This is the elder mentioned fasting, which fasting is afflicting yourself, and so this is the definition of affliction in Edom Online. It says misery, sorrow, pain, distress. It says act of humility, humiliation.
Hey, well, if I may add to that real quick, does not the scripture say that the Lord is near unto them that is of a contrite spirit? And when you look up the word contrite or contrition, it means to be ground in pieces by guilt of sin. You see what I'm saying? So when you in that spirit of like, damn, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I messed up. You know, damn, man, it's damn near like you just in the mindset where you just feeling like, man, the Lord is going to judge you at any moment. That's what the Lord be looking for. The Lord be looking for those servants. You know why? Because that's fear. Fear is synonymous with being contrite. Okay? When you get F's all on your report card and you know your dad is mad, and when you get to the house, you know that time period from the time you get home up to your dad make it home, you're going to be contrite as hell.
Yeah.
Your spirit going to be low as hell. You're going to be like, yo, I'm about to get in trouble, man. Damn, man. You start thinking about what you didn't do that semester. What could I have done? Why didn't I apply myself?
Yeah.
Damn, man, I done messed up. But then when your father come home and he see you in that spirit of lowliness, of like, sorry, like, damn, you just sad. You're like, you know what? But you better do better next semester, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
yeah,
I know that. I know that firsthand.
He builds you up.
Wait, that's why Sirach 1 say the fear of the Lord drives away sins. So you fear the Lord, you like, yo, I ain't that shit. Yeah, you gonna walk that straight line, man. Fear getting judged, man.
Yep,
Yeah, jacked up.
yeah. You be like, oh shit, man, damn, and you just be so down and out, man. You just be like, everything, your whole world stops because you just feel like you in jeopardy of punishment, man. And when you're in that spirit, that's what Yahweh Shai looks for.
Yeah.
When you in that spirit of I can't do no wrong and I didn't do nothing wrong, and you know what I'm saying, and you know I can never be wrong. All right, take this opportunity of liberty and overlook, you know what I'm saying, your test periods, and watch what's gonna happen when the time of tribulation comes.
Yep.
You're gonna run into a major test, and because you already have a preconceived notion of pride, then you're gonna run into a stipulation, and you're gonna need that spirit of lowliness to get out of it, man.
Yeah.
So that's why we say that it's lucky to cut you off.
No.
That's why we say that. Hey, listen, man, we haven't gotten to the hard part yet.
Right.
Like, you know, when certain things are brought to you in the spirit, accept it, man.
Yeah.
Take it, man. Okay? Because the Lord is watching everything, man. The Lord is examining and He's analyzing every response that we make to, you know, our trials and tribulations. Because he's preparing us for the big game, man. And the only reason the Lord is going to take us through these trials and tribulations really is so his name can be magnified and glorified by how he delivers you out of it. But he's not going to deliver the proud, he's going to deliver the meek.
Right.
So that's why these scriptures have to be exercised within you, man. This truth is not a sport. That's why Yahweh Shai said, who do you sport yourself against, man? This is not a sport. We're supposed to be taking this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and implementing and merging it with our energy. So that when the hour of temptation comes, when the time of trouble and tribulation comes, we automatically going to move in the spirit of wisdom to deliver us.
Yeah. For you, Jace, man, this thing, like I said a few years back, man, it ain't about being a damn precept king, man. All right, or a human concordance, you know what I'm saying, a walking dictionary. You gotta apply it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta apply what you know, and that's real power. I mean, it's easy to just quote scriptures and come out on camera, because you know a lot of Jakes, they're gaining fame from this thing, man, and it's not about that. You know, I mean, we speak this word and we do it on camera, which I'm gonna say there's a lot of edification off camera too.
Oh,
Even before we started up,
Yeah.
the spirit was ignited. You know what I'm saying? But we do this because we're commanded to do the work. But for you brothers, man, it's not about that. Like that's really more so the easy part. The hard part is when the camera ain't on.
That's true.
And you gotta take care of business, and when really you by yourself.
Day to day.
You day to day. What you gonna do when the camera ain't on, and what you gonna do? When you got that woman that's single, and but she wicked as hell, and she wanna get with you, or that woman she actually got a man, adulterous as hell, but she wanna get with you, but look good. What you gonna do then? All right? Or that food is smelling real good, but they got some damn pork in it. All right? Just some different examples. And the point is, you gotta apply this thing, man. And more so, like they would have said, dealing with the ultimate test, they're marking the beast. All right? Because the Elder Zion speaking on Sweden, man. I mean, when you want to talk about a prelude or a blueprint, they got it.
Oh yeah.
They got it, and they doing it, and they said it. In one of the recent videos when they were speaking on, what they're doing as far as, bringing it to the common people in Sweden, basically they said this is the future. And they believe the day is coming when everyone is going to have this. They didn't flinch, they didn't choke. They just simply said what it was.
Yes, yes.
Showing you this thing is funded. Who's behind that in Sweden, man?
The elite.
Yep.
That's who running it, man.
It's who this knows a neutral country. Sweden doesn't get involved in world wars.
Right.
Yep.
Switzerland, Sweden, those are countries that, those are your so-called neutral, balanced countries to where, there's a refuge, so to speak.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, did you had a precept? Yeah. Let's get this brother. Then we're gonna get Karatas out here and get these precepts rolling.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Should there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
Hey, well, I'm gonna hit y'all with this, right? Hey, the Lord brings evil, but does He directly bring evil? No. He brings it through His left-hand side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Lord don't tempt you. All right? Satan goes to the Lord to see if he can get the approval to tempt you, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So guess what? Hey, the spirit of death, Satan, is going before the Lord right now, asking the Lord, can he tempt the earth with this microchip? And guess what the Lord is going? Guess what the Lord is saying? Yes. So shall not an evil be blown in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Ultimately, the scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, the Lord's the incorruptible spirit of the Lord is in all things.
All things, man.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the act is going to be carried out by Satan because the Lord is blameless. His eyes can't look upon sin, man. Okay? But guess what? Did the Lord create that entity to carry it out? Yes. Okay? Does the Lord give the green light and approve that left-hand side energy to tempt? Yes. Does the Lord do it? No. That's why the Lord can't be blamed. That's why the prophets can't be blamed, man. Because we're controlled by the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So this evils that's coming, ultimately, is being approved by the Heavenly Father. Satan is going to the Most High and asking the Lord, can he tempt the earth with the microchip? Because that's the hour of temptation.
And the word, Bible shots, real quick, I just want one scripture. Brother, get Bible shot, Revelation 3 and 10.
I was holding it down all day.
I was just about to go there. I was literally flipping to go to that scripture.
That's the spirit. I got you right here.
Yeah.
You know?
And can the brother get a try and a blue letter? Bible shot.
Yeah, I got you right here. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Keep or protect. All right? Shamar. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
It says, which shall come upon all the world
Yep.
to
Or
try
committed.
them.
So the inhabited earth calls all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So that's everyone. What's one?
It says to try them that dwell upon the earth.
To try them that dwell upon the earth. Which we know the word try goes into a test.
Yep.
A trial. All right, but it even goes deeper. Okay, to show you that it is indeed the mark of the beast. You know, which is something the brother Gabar from Rochester had brought out a while back. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's on point, you know. Brother, got a good definition? You got it.
So in the blue letter, in the Greek, the word there is parazo. It says to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor. It says to try, make trial of, test. The purpose of ascertaining, yeah, his quality, or what he thinks, or how he will behave himself in a good case.
Bible shot, can you go to the Strong's definition? Bible shot.
Strong's definition.
Uh.
The Strong's definition, it says to test. It says endeavor, scrutinize, entice, discipline. It says
Hey, entice, but you know, the person that's doing it is a serpent, man. That old serpent was the devil and Satan. It's the same spirit. It's Esau, all right? Back in this time now, all right, as a nation, the son of perdition, all right? These people are anti-Messiah, man. Basically, they're going to be the ones that, like Elder said, the Lord is using to carry this out, okay? Hey, Bible Shah, can you get the root word? It's G3984.
This is G3984, and in the Greek it's para, and it says a trial. You want me to go to the Strong's definition?
Con.
It says, just going straight to the Strong's definition.
That's it, man.
It says a test, attempt, experience, a saying trial. It says from the base of G 4008.
They don't like the rest of it?
No, sorry.
I got it right here.
You click on, you got G4 down, you got it right.
Yeah, so this is to add to what the brother just read, Perah, Strong's definition, which is G4 4008, through the idea of piercing.
Woo!
Man.
That's it.
What?
That's it. Through the idea of piercing, so to try them to dwell upon the earth or to pierce them. That's plain, man.
Hey, well, if I may add, that's what the master would do to a servant. After a righteous master would do to a servant, if after it was time for the servant to be let loose, and if the servant was to come to the master and say, "Hey, well, I would rather not be let loose," he would be pierced with an awl to signify that he's indebted to the master for the rest of his life. Well, that's what Esau is doing on the left-hand side. He wants to get people pierced.
Yep.
That palisade, man. You know, he want to get them marked or branded You know, with the microchip. And that's going to be the big boy test. Because the Lord is going to sit back and let Esau do it for a moment. It's telling you in the scriptures, you're going to be tried for 10 days. You see, the Lord is telling you that. Meaning that it's going to be a period of time where all the Lord is going to do is sit back and scrutinize you. You ain't going to be able to do nothing else against it. Okay? All you're going to do is have to endure through that period. He said, if you hold fast, okay, he said it's going to be a reward at the end of it. Okay? So that's the hard part, man.
Yeah.
The hard part is that hour of temptation, man. Okay? That's when situations is going to get sticky. Okay? That's when you're going to see things that's like, damn, you know, Satan is going to mess with you like, yo, is the Lord really with me or not? But the Lord is going to be with you. Okay? But that's that moment. That's symbolic of that moment where Yahushua felt forsaken.
Yeah.
We're going to get a taste of that same medicine, man. The servant ain't greater than his master.
That's
So we
why-
have to understand that understanding. Salaki.
That's why it take a strong mind. That same verse say he'll keep you from our temptation. We go into that word keep. It means basically to watch over, to preserve. You know, it's plenty of scriptures where the Lord say that fear not, for I'm with you.
Yep.
You know.
Scripture said, "Now that hair on your head shall be touched."
Yeah, exactly. So now, it's, of course, it's easier said than done. But when your heart racing, troops like, oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's easier said than done, but you gotta remember what the scriptures say, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's called. That's why the scripture known as comfort, man. It's supposed to give you a level of peace and like.
Yep. The Lord may put
You know
you
what I'm
in a situation where you don't eat for 3 days straight, 4 days straight. Not because he can't provide food or rain down food from heaven, but because he want to try you to see if you want to go to that chipping station at Walmart.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
right. But guess
true.
what?
Yeah, that's right.
So when it comes down to the piercing, Yahushua already been pierced.
See what I'm saying?
Yahushua already, when he was on the cross, Yahushua already been pierced for his sins, which covered the sins of the elect.
That's right.
You know, so I got a quick precept, right? This is Isaiah 36 and 6.
That's why I add to
The
it.
spirit.
Let's go, man.
It says, "Lo," which means look.
Mhm.
Thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed. Now a reed is something to, you know, like you use to stabilize. If you used to build a house or like a structure, a pole, like houses now, you got poles,
Yeah.
you got pillars,
Foundation.
you know, foundation. But this reed, this structure is broken.
Yeah. You remember when you blow the clarinet, you put a reed on the clarinet before you blow it.
Mm-hmm. So it says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt," which is modern day America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt, "whereon if a man lean," you know, when you lean in something, you trust that this is going to support you.
Yeah.
It's going to help
Be
you.
stable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Be stable. It says, "It will go into his hand and pierce it."
Woo!
So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Because the ultimate goal and agenda for you to trust in the spiritual Egypt is to pierce your hand. Because remember, Esau's carnal. So he wants to pierce you and say, "Look, you're my slave. You're my servant."
Yeah.
Instead of putting the all in your ear, he wants to put it
In your hand.
in your hand, in your body, or your forehead.
Yep.
So now he can track you, control you. You are now in full control to whatever you want and need under his authority.
That's right.
But Yahushua has otherwise. Yahushua already got pierced for us. He
Yep.
already got the stripes,
Yeah.
you know, for the elect.
Yep.
So I don't need you, Esau. That's what we gotta tell ourselves. We don't need you.
Yep.
We have a Savior that already did everything for us.
Yeah, because the Lord is going to
You know?
put us, like you're saying, the Lord is going to put us in situations
Mm-hmm.
to where Satan is going to be present to try to draw you towards getting that chip. But that's why the scriptures say what? Resist the devil and he shall flee. It's going to be just like Job. That's why Job is written in it. That's why we have the book of Job.
Yeah.
Job was afflicted. Satan was trying to tempt him, trying to get him to do everything he could. And Job drew the conclusion, I can't do nothing against this man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well,
You know what I'm saying?
you got come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. He did in Matthew the 4th chapter.
Right.
The same Shai temple.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What was Yahweh Shai doing? He was cutting with the scriptures,
He was
man.
using the scriptures.
The whole, no, scripture say this, man. Nah, man.
Yep.
Nah, no, scripture say this.
Mhm.
You gotta have that mentally imprinted in your mind.
That's
You know,
right.
When them situations come, nah,
That's right.
Scripture say this.
Hey, somebody get James 5 and 7 real quick. Did anybody have a quick precept?
I just had
Go ahead, Alex.
Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5, it talks about to be sober. When you go into that word sober, it means to have a calm, a state of mind and a calm
Yeah.
spirit.
Mm.
So while you're going through these certain situations, like the elder Aratazar was just saying, how Shai was combating with the scripts, he was calm-minded.
Mhm.
He had a control over his spirit to where he had a sensible mind.
The brothers just did the lesson last night. It's we entitled after Luke 21 and 19 said, "In your possession, in your patience,
Yeah,
possess your soul."
yeah.
You know, so when these troubling times come upon all of the men, and we have to exercise patience.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a rock.
Yeah, that's what patience means. A
Yeah.
rock in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you already know what patience means, to suffer. You know? But those that suffer for Yahweh Bashim Shah are blessed. And that's the benefit or the result of possessing that spirit is when you suffer for the Lord, you automatically blessed, bro. Look at Job. Job names in the Hebrew is Ayawab, which means what is it?
Persecuted.
Persecuted, or
Is
yeah.
He is afflicted.
He is afflicted or he is persecuted. You know what I'm saying? So Job went through the ringer, man. And guess what happened to Job, man, at the end? Man, Job was pretty much one of the most blessed men in the scriptures, man.
Yeah, he got it twofold.
You know what I'm saying? You got something?
James 5 and 7.
Oh yeah, bring that out, bro.
This is James chapter 5, verse 7.
Mhm.
Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord.
Mhm.
Behold, the husband waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth.
Yeah, you see that? So we have to be patient in the Lord, man. We have to be patient in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? When the time of trouble comes and the time of tribulation comes, call them precepts to memory, brothers.
Yeah.
Don't get easily moved, man, because you know people are trying to sway you to go do this and do that. Wait on the Lord, man. Okay? In your patience, possessing your souls, man. The scriptures tell us in Hebrews 10, if somebody could get it. Somebody get Hebrews 10 and 30, what is it, 35 or 36? You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, look, you need patience.
Yeah, that's it.
You know? You got a lot of people. You got
Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 36. For ye have need of patience,
Mhm.
that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise.
Listen, that's a spirit that you need, Akim. Especially considering that we're entering into the greatest tribulation that the planet Earth has ever seen. Okay? We talking about greater than the bubonic plague where it wiped out 2/3 of the people of Europe, man. We talking about greater than the transatlantic slave trade, man. Greater than the Spanish Inquisition of America, man. We talking about times that's greater than the flood of Egypt, man. Okay? The flood of Noah, you know, during the time of Noah.
Yeah.
The plagues that hit Egypt. Something is lingering in our future that's worse than that. That we don't even really understand the capacity of what's getting ready to come to the planet Earth because it's going to be so bad. We can't even wrap our mind around it. So that's why the Lord said we have need of patience, man. Because we're going to be pushed to the point. Okay?
Yeah, and man, hey, now, hey, brothers, this is it. This is it. You know what I'm saying? We're here present before the Lord, and basically, now it's just the Lord putting the spotlight. As people say, he searching Jerusalem with candles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you feel the energy. All right. So now it's time to do it, man, because you know, brothers been speaking about dealing with that mark of the beast, man. That's the end all be all.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know exactly how Esau gonna do it as far as, you know, the different abilities it's gonna have. But for the most part, you know, like people say, you know, it's going to be the new monetary. All right, it's going to be a part of the new monetary system, being able to buy and sell. But as far as the things that Esau want to do with it, they want to push it there. All right, dealing with the artificial intelligence, they really want it to be the end all be all.
Yeah.
You want to speak about as far as, you know, dealing with, man, so much, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, because it can hold your medical now in different data, but they want to take it to the point to where you had this one show, and they had it on YouTube for a minute. It was called H Plus, and basically, see, that's a symbol for transhumanism. When you type in transhumanism, and, you know, and they'll give you the information on it on Wikipedia. Yeah, it's H plus, and the H stands for human. So like a human plus, like a human upgrade.
Yeah.
But basically, the show is called H plus on YouTube. You know, but and you got you have, man, what's that damn show, man? Is it Black Mirror?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on Netflix, you know that they have a couple episodes where basically they show you this mark of the beast, man. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much, Esau wants to where you can upload your consciousness on the internet, man.
Oh yeah.
Or the internet is pretty much, you got this damn chip in your head or in your hand, you know, wherever you have it. But your access, they want to do this shit.
Esau is the master of illusions.
Yep.
They want to access you. That's that transcendence spirit.
Yep.
People like Steve Jobs and these big top billionaires and millionaires, they're really heavy advocates for it, is because in their mind, their spirit, I'm so great now, I can live on forever because I can put my spirit, my mind on this AI.
Yep.
And you can just, you know where they show you that? On Futurama. They show Futurama where they would take, one key character was Richard Nixon. And they had their heads in a jar. And he was like the president from like they brought him back. Like they took his spirit and they kept his head in a jar. That was basically them living forever. They want to do that.
Yep.
That's what they want to do, but they want to do it with the microchip.
It's biohacking.
Yeah, biohacking.
And that's what they call themselves too. They call themselves biohackers, man. You cannot make this shit up.
They trying to basically hack the DNA.
Yep.
That's why the spirit's been heavily talking about like Sweden, Switzerland, Denmark, because with that Jeremiah 49, I think 49:7 talks about the wisdom of teaming.
Yep.
Like Germany.
Yep.
I'm not even, like I know some individuals who are stationed over there in the military in Germany, and they said it's way more advanced than over here.
Yeah.
And their technology is just, just exponentially grew. That's why Sweden is just weird.
They with that pressure, man.
That's teaming.
Yep. And you know what? And this is the where we're at right now. We're really in the belly of the beast. We're dealing with the power of the beast. In America, that's the power structure of the beast, man. So you already know how they're gonna implement it. They're gonna implement it through force. This ain't gonna be. If we in America, there ain't gonna be no games, man. It's not gonna be a game. You know, Esau is gonna really establish aggressive force to enforce that agenda. He's not about to play with anybody. Okay? He understands that America needs to be policed with aggression. And he's measuring you Israelites right now by testing you with COVID-19 and these race wars. And he's getting back data like, no, we're gonna have to come aggressively with them. They're rebellious as hell, they're burning stores. Okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. Okay, and who was that? I think that was you telling me that Dr. Fauci. Tell them what Dr. Fauci just said.
Basically, Dr. Fauci was saying that Negroes or brown or black people don't want to deal with the government. So when it comes to contact tracing, they're gonna have to do something drastic. Because if the government hit you up and want to see, hey, have you been in contact with X, Y, and Z, we're gonna hang up the phone on them. So the only way to contact trace is to basically implement the chip.
See that?
Yeah,
See, so they've been collecting data by controlling your emotions.
Yeah.
They created COVID-19. They controlled you through fear.
Yep.
Then through Black Lives Matter and the agenda that was brought forth by George Soros,
They
all
control
right,
your
and Bill
response.
Clinton, they controlled you through anger.
Mhm.
And then you responded according to it, and all they did was
Yep.
they took that response and they collecting that data, so they're gonna know exactly how they need to move on you to enforce this chip. And they're drawing the conclusion that they're gonna have to move on you through aggression. Okay? And that's why the scripture say what it said, the devil is gonna come down with great wrath.
That's right.
Okay? Judah shall be in the neck of thy enemy.
Yeah.
You see, so Esau ain't sleeping on you so-called Negroes in America.
Yeah, because
You sleeping on yourself.
they even mentioned that in order for them to find a vaccine for COVID-19, that the so-called black people will have to be tested.
That's the only way that
Yeah,
they
the Melinda Gates.
Yeah.
Article 2,
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah,
to be able to
pretty
find
much, you know, like the brothers getting on and like the elders went into, hey man, you tribes, man, he saw, he about to just bring it to you, man, because here it is, really, America, and this is beautiful how the Lord wrote all this, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's an experiment.
Yeah.
That was an experiment. You know, I mean, you have what's called Event 201. They shows you how the coronavirus is pretty much a controlled simulation
Oh yeah.
dating back to October of last year. But they was gonna roll it out this year, and they pretty much did the same thing in that damn simulation, and it worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So, like the elder said, they just gathering data, and look what you tribes doing, man. You fell for it. I mean,
Yeah.
goddamn, as soon as that
Already.
shit came out and they shut down everything, you've been wearing masks and gloves since.
Yep.
Every damn word. You know what I'm saying? You in the car or in home.
In the car, they get in the car by themselves.
Yeah. With a mask on.
Why do you have a mask on in the car by yourself? Nobody's in there.
Mask looking like Sub-Zero.
I got preset.
Let's get some closing precepts.
At the brother.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
go ahead and get some closing precepts. We're gonna wrap up
This,
about 5.
2 Ezra 16:7. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. So you know the time we're living in is about to get very uncomfortable.
It's about to get nasty.
You know what I'm saying? It's nowhere safe. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to have the spirit with us, man.
Yeah.
So now is the time, brothers, for the scriptures say pray without ceasing. You know, pray the spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai with you. You know what I'm saying? And you pray for the brotherhood, of course, you pray for the apostles, you know, beginning with the apostles on down. You put up in prayers, man, because we need them. And they count. And the Lord is hearing our prayers, man. You know, because the faith that's coming, and it's gonna happen. These words were written 1,000 years ago, but through the Spirit, we've been prophesying this for a while, man. The Lord, He's bringing this into existence. So you're gonna see that real time. Every place in the next cities next to you,
Yeah.
a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, man. Esau sending out his different task units, you know, to come for you, man, to apprehend you wherever you are, man. You know, so at the end of the day, hey, scripture say you gonna know who the disciples of the Lord are by the love they have one for another. The scripture say you endure all things for elect's sake. And also Yahweh said, no greater love that a man have than this, than that he laid down his life for his brothers, man, for the brethren. And we know, you know, for the most part, that's not going to have to be the story for every single brother. But for certain brothers, that may be the lot. You may, because that's the ultimate test. Are you willing to give your life up? All right?
For my name's sake.
But for the Lord's name's sake. Yep. Yeah, bro.
Because it said that, you know, the insurrection is going to come upon those that fear the Lord. So this is Psalms 22 and 23. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him. All ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel.
You know,
So when Esau comes in and he comes in like a madman, and he he gets ready to show his horns, as we're seeing in the news and these articles and these points that brothers are making. He's coming down upon you Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, coming down upon you.
Yep.
But the elect among us, the Heavenly Father is going to have us protected.
That's right.
You know.
And if I may add to what you're saying, priest,
Mhm.
one thing that'll keep us grounded when he pushes his microchip is us knowing that that's the last prophecy.
Yeah.
So when we have that understanding and we know, like, hey man, it's out here. Just wait now. Every day you need to be looking up now.
Yep.
When the microchip come out, every day you need to be looking in the sky. Okay, because that's it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing else that needs to happen except waiting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, patience. You know, when that microchip rolls out and there's nothing else you can do, your comfort is that the Lord is getting ready to come back. I know that because that's the last prophecy. So now you just got to do what? Now your faith is on trial. Now your faith is on trial, man. You see what I'm saying? Because when that happened, all right, it's that moment where Yahweh was in the Garden of Gethsemane. Nothing else needed to happen between that time up until he needed to go up on the cross. There was nothing else that the Lord needed to come down and say to him. That's why he felt like the Lord was forsaking him. But because you know why? Because he drew the conclusion that the only thing that's left is I have to go up on the cross. So when that chip hit, the only conclusion that we need to draw is the only thing left to happen is that the Lord is getting ready to come back. So nothing else is written. The next prophecy that's written is the salvation, man. So that's where in your patience possession your souls come in, man. Because we don't know if it's gonna be 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Right.
you know, a month, 10 days. We don't know.
Right.
But we know that when it's fully enforced and our lives are being affected because we don't take it, that moment, that's when we're supposed to draw the conclusion that the Lord is coming back any moment.
Oh, well, what's that? Is that Isaiah 30? It says the Lord rides upon a swift cloud.
Woo!
It's quick. It's gonna be a quick thing, man. Once you saw implement that chip, know that Yahweh Shai, he was right there, man. Like you said.
He getting ready to come back.
It's crazy because Isaiah 19, it goes to Egypt. It goes showing you Samaria. You know what I'm saying? That swift cloud, the chariot coming to Egypt. Now this place about to be visited, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, but dealing with that chip, and you know, and the spirit got to what Paul was proving in this sermon, you know, in this service, Lord will, you know, you brothers been edified. But basically, man, dealing with that chip, brothers, we're at the door, man. We're at the door, and that's gonna be the separator, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the game changer because Satan gonna have those that are his, and the Lord gonna have those that are his, man.
Yep.
It's showing you the magnitude of this prophecy, because you got so many people. Well, what a precept for the mark of the beast. Well, it's gonna say, well, the Lord said, new things He declares, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a new thing. That's why it's in the book of Revelation. It's a new thing.
Yeah, hey, if I may add, not to cut you off, but that prophecy was only revealed to John the Revelator after all the other disciples didn't even know that there was anything called the mark of the beast, because that prophecy wasn't given to them. You see what I'm saying? So now we living in the times where all of the things that were revealed unto the men before us are going to manifest now in these times. You know, that's why the scriptures speak about that we have greater understanding than our ancient ones. You know, so if any brothers got any closing precepts, you know, we're going to go ahead and get them and go ahead and close this thing out. You got one up?
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 3. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. Therefore thou should not watch.
Hey, how thou hast received and heard, because honestly, and it's beautiful, man. This thing is beautiful. What's going to keep us in this thing really is based on our foundation, to be honest. How you came in it. How thou hast received and heard. That's going to keep you in it, because which is going back to faith. Because when you first came in this thing, the thing that drew you into the truth was based off of faith, man. You You know what I'm saying? Not having seen and known every single thing. All right? You know, go ahead, bro.
And therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee.
Yeah, Elijah J about to be taking my surprise, man. You know, here it is. Hey, Jake, see, you can't worry about the 2/3, man.
That's right.
All right, these niggas, man, you know, you go into the damn supermarket or whatever, and you seeing Jake getting all these particular victuals and different things, because they gonna party, because to them it's just a summer, and that's all that matter. They just look at it as, okay, well, you know, we did the same shit last year, we're gonna do it even bigger this year. They have no idea what the Most High about to do, man. All right, they're gonna get caught up, and you can't be worried about that, because see, whether it's just an average 2/3 or family member, old friend, whatever, you cannot let your emotions get entangled with the spirit, because that's gonna mess you up. And it's gonna hold you back, man, because that attachment with the world can get you put to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that be, man. All right? Worry about yourself and the brothers. The Lord ain't dealing with them. Hey, the spirit been on getting on you niggas that want to care about 2/3, man. To be honest, fuck them.
Yeah.
All right? It's about the church. I care about the brothers in this room, man, and you other brothers doing the work like us, man. You know, that assembly. I care about this. This is what the Lord care about. Fuck these niggas, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about this.
Yep.
You know? Hey, small that out.
Come. Says, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee.
And see, and you know what? Jacob's trouble is really for them.
Yeah.
It's meant to take them by surprise. We're the ones, we're the watchmen.
Well, the elect is not in trouble.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, the elect is not in trouble. That's why after it mentions Jacob's trouble, it says, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the 2/3 are the ones that's in trouble.
Yep.
The stain of sin was you know, dissolved in Yahushua. That's why I say we bear the Lord's marks. You know what I'm saying? So basically those marks of Yahushua is on the brothers is on the brothers' spirits.
It's great. Apostle Paul said that, man.
Yep, that's it. That's the blood on that doorpost, man. Them marks. We bear the marks of Yahushua. So that means that, hey, we were pierced when Yahushua's sins were pierced on the cross. Our sins, the elect sins, was pierced with him. So the Jacob's trouble, that's for 2/3, man. So you know, to hell with them. Them niggas gonna take the chip anyway. They're not gonna put up a fight. They're gonna be happy to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? So why even be worried about somebody that's gonna take the chip? There ain't nobody think about nobody that's taking no goddamn chip, man.
Shit's over with, man. Because to be honest, see, really everything that we're doing right now, this sermon, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we're speaking about the chip, speaking about 2/3 of our people. All this already happened in the spirit anyway. We're just waiting for it all to play out. Basically, man, they're gone. All right? Nothing you can do to save them. That's a part of their story. But dealing with this whole existence, you know, I like to quote 1 Corinthians 15, scriptures say how every man in his own order. All right? Because really, the elder said how we bear in our body the marks of Yahushua. The Apostle Paul was speaking on that. Hey, man, basically, brothers are catching hell now, so they don't got to catch it with the 2/3.
That's right.
We're being judged now, so we're not judged with the world. That world is 2/3.
Yep.
We're not judged with them, because see, you catching it now.
Yep.
Like you said earlier, how we die daily.
Yep.
That's the whole point of you being in the truth.
That's it. So that when the hour of temptation comes, you would just be tried rather than be judged.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be tried for your salvation rather than to be tried for your condemnation, man. That's the difference. We gonna be tried, but even in that trial period, if you innocent, the trial period is not even gonna be as you anticipated, man. That court date is not even gonna be as bad as you was thinking about it on the way to court. When you on the way to court, you might have a traffic tip. You on the way to court, like, yo, man, they may pull up some shit, man. Yo, you know, shit is about to go down, man. Fuck it, man. You know, I'm locking in. You know, but as soon as you get there, it's just like, all right, we're gonna waive that fee. You know, that's how if you're innocent spiritually, you're going to be tried, but the Lord is going to give you the spirit to where when it actually manifests, the anticipation of it is going to be far less than the actual reality of it. Because literally, really, we're on trial, but really, the elect is not really on trial. Their sins is already covered. You know what I'm saying? So initially, the 144,000 and the 1/3 is going to do exactly what the Lord already programmed you to do. But we're going to have to go through it for a testimony. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even going to be like as excruciating and crazy as a 2/3 is going to have to go through. It's really going to be, the Lord is going to be a succor and a support unto his servants, just so they have to go through it so they can testify on it in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? To carry on the legacy of Yahweh Shai. You know, you're going to have to go through it to be able to carry on the legacy of Yahweh Shai. That's why we're going to go through with it. But the 144,000, their sins are already dissolved. You know, it's predestination. Before any of this even happened, the foundation of the earth, the elect was already delivered. They were already sanctified to be saved. It just has to play out. You know, Yahweh Shai was already written of in the time of Isaiah in Babylon that it pleased the Lord to bruise him. But it just had to play out.
Well, I said I was crucified basically from the foundation of the earth. Everything was really, we're already in the future, man.
We already in the
You know
future.
what I'm saying? Like, or something. Damn, I had lost my train of thought. Basically dealing with how we going through this now. But like you said, it already happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just this the way the Lord has this movie
Play
come
out.
to fruition in this reality. But basically, man, when you look at 2/3 of our people, they're warped in this age.
Yeah.
And it's meant
Yep.
to be that way. It's meant to, yeah, they're subject to this time. That's why we're on the outside looking in, because really, we're kingdom minded. We're in the spirit, we're already in that world.
We're ahead of our time, as they say.
Yeah, so you looking back at this world, you know, you're like, man, goddamn, you're seeing everything getting worse, but we understand it, man.
Yep. I got a quick precept off the comment board. Now, hey, we probably could close with this because this is the spirit.
All right.
This is Ephesians 1:4, and this is by Spiritual Ark 1:4. It says, according as he have chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. The reason why the Lord chose the elect from the foundation of the world was so that at the end he could choose them and bring them back to himself, you know, so that there will be a chosen group of people that was blameless before the sight of the Most High. Because he loved them. Simply because the Lord had love for his first fruits, his first creations. All right? So at the end of the day, we haven't gotten through the hard part yet, but really if you're of the elect, the 144,000, really you have. It just got to play out. You know what I'm saying? Just as the 2/3 can't do anything outside of their destiny, neither can the 144,000 and the 1/3 do anything outside of your destiny. It just has to play out. But before it plays out, you have to make sure that you're rooting and grounding yourself and making your calling of election sure. Because that's what a mystery is at. You don't know. You don't know if you're the elect or you don't know you're of the elect. So now you just got to make your calling of election sure. But then the scripture says you got to put on as the elect. So if you put on as the elect, then it's going to manifest that you are of the elect eventually when you get beamed up, man. You know? So, yeah, man. So, hey, Akia, man, you know, hey, this is the time now to lock in. Okay, this is the time now to take correction. This is the time now to listen when the Spirit speaks. This is the time now to not abhor a physician. Okay, get into your herbs, man. Get into your medicines. Okay, wear out the steps of the door of certain individuals and brothers that are medically inclined. Okay, pray, fast. You know, do the necessary things it take, man. Get yourself some salvation, man. All right, because we got to get ready to go through this last hurdle. All right. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, man. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and close this thing out, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. All right, hey, double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and also peace, safety, much love to the elect of Israel. Also their families as well, Shalom.